All right now, live in the studio, in our little temporary studio at West Texas A&M University. I'm so happy I have another taker who wanted to come in here with a guitar, even though there's just one mic. So, hey, Joel Alden White, live in the studio with us. Thanks for being here.
Well, Jenny, it's a real pleasure. Thank you for asking me.
Well, I am excited to see you are playing Woody Guthrie Folk Music Center in Pampa, Texas this Thursday night with a friend of the station, one of my favorites, Mr. Mike Fuller. Tell us a little bit about how this show came together.
Well, Mike and I did this show last year, and Mike and I play periodically a couple of times a year together, and it's always a pleasure. Mike is just such a great singer. I love his voice, and he's always fun to play off of. He'll do a song, and then I'll try to do a song that might dovetail into what he's done, and it's always a real pleasure when you're playing with an artist the caliber of Mike. And so the folks at the Woody Guthrie asked us about 6 months ago if we'd do another show, and we jumped at the chance, and here we are this week. We're going to do it.
Well, this is going to be really fun. I know Mike Fuller, to me, he kind of leans more singer-songwriter. You know, his compositions kind of like evoke more of like kind of the, I don't know, kind of James Taylor-ish, that's the kind of vibe. And then yours, to me, like so much like in this Americana cowboy country realm, but also really does work with that as well. So this is going to be a really cool show. Anybody out there that really enjoys great songwriting, great lyrics, really wonderful presentation. If you're in the Pampa area, mark your calendars for this Thursday night. They get things started at 6 p.m. at the Woody Guthrie Folk Music Center on Kyler. And it's a donation show. It's open to everybody. And now there's something different about this show. This is the first time that I've been made aware by Mr. Mike Sinks that it's going to be live streamed.
Yeah, and we'll see how that works out. But I think it's a great opportunity for the Woody Guthrie to spread their news, basically, across the Panhandle. Gives them an opportunity to expose themselves and expose the music and the great artists that they bring in every month. They bring in someone every month, and they're always really good shows.
Yeah. And for, High Plains Public Radio, of course, even better because we go all the way up and down the High Plains. And so anyone nationally can tune in on the Facebook stream. It looks like they've got a buddy, Bob Connor, that's going to be helping. I went ahead and posted the link to the event that Bob created for your show on the 20th with Mike Fuller. And that is where they will have that live stream available. So check in on that. You can go ahead and just go to interested or going, and that will put that on your Facebook calendar. But again, it's going to be Woody Guthrie Folk Music Center. But the person who's doing the videography, this is kind of a test run. We're really hoping it works out, and everybody across the High Plains that wants to see this show live can tune in and watch it streamed. Well, we would love to have some a morning serenade. We got about 18 minutes left in this show. What do you want to play for us today?
Well, let me play a song that I was nominated for Songwriter of the Year in the IWMA, which is the International Western Music Association. And this song was nominated as Cowboy Song of the Year, along with my nomination of Songwriter of the Year. And it was my first nomination with the association, and I'm proud of the song. I'm proud of the association, and let's give her a run.
Joel Alden White, live on High Plains Morning. Congratulations on your nomination.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That was last year. We're going to shoot for next year. Hopefully, we'll have some new material out next year, and that'll all go good. Anyway, I usually introduce this song when I was a child. I always wanted to be a cowboy, and my mother told me since the day I could walk. Well, I was once a cowboy. 35 sections New Mexico line. That slice of heaven brings back to mind life lived simpler way, doing whatever was God's plan that day. Up in the morning at 5 o'clock bells, that's bacon and eggs and coffee I smell. Saddle my pony, feed him some grain, thank the good Lord the air smells like rain. Once I was a cowboy, living the life of my dreams. Fresh air, clear skies, open spaces, further now than they seem. Those days are gone, you can live in the past. Sometimes I wish I'd stayed on that path, but I woke from my dream and took a new trail. It's all on me, the dream never failed. If I could go back for just one day, meet that young cowboy, what would I say? Stay in the saddle, don't take that new road. You won't regret it when you grow old. Once I was a cowboy, living the life of my dreams. Fresh air, clear skies, open spaces, further now than they seem. Fresh air, clear skies, open spaces, further now than they seem.
If you are just tuning in, this is High Plains Public Radio. You're listening to High Plains Morning, and we're live in the studio with Amarillo-based Texas singer-songwriter Joel Alden White. Joel, folks that listen to this program, they are familiar with your work. I have got, the two that I have in here that I regularly play. I have renderings and I have Where I'm From. And so we've been playing those. Well, you just handed me two more. Tell us about these new EPs that you just handed me.
Well, the one EP was produced last year in 2023, and there's two songs on that, one of which you just heard, and a second song, which was also nominated for Cowboy Song of the Year. There's actually 6 songs. They're all about my experience working as a cowboy and working in the industry. So that's what those were. I had some nominations off of that, and I thought, well, I need to stay in the view of the cowboy listener, and so I real quickly came in the first of this year and recorded 2 new songs. Both of those songs were not songs that I had actually written. One was written by a fellow by the name of Dale Burson, which is a rancher up near between Hartley and Channing, and another one is from a really good friend of mine here in Amarillo by the name of Kelly Gazaway, and I was thrilled that he allowed me to cut that song. It's never been recorded before, and mine's the first recording of it. And so that's the last one that I've done.
Well, those are great. I'm so excited we get to put those in rotation. And of course, such a history of cowboy music down here in the Texas Panhandle. You're in really good company. I mean, we've got Andy Hedges, Andy Wilkinson. There's so many like Texas cowboy poetry gatherings. Do you find that, here in Amarillo, is there a pretty good, cross section of like some people that are doing cowboy music? Or are you finding I sound a little bit different than some of the people coming out of Amarillo?
Well, I sound a little bit different than most of them. Like you said, there's a few that come out of Amarillo. Of course, we've got R.W. Hampton has been doing this for a long, long time, and he's an Amarillo boy when he's not in Cimarron, New Mexico, and then of course there's Ed Montana that's been doing this for years and years and years. And then myself, and as far as cowboy music goes, I think that pretty much covers Amarillo. But like you said, you go down to Lubbock and you've got Andy Hedges and you've got Andy Wilkinson and just some great. And Hedges is a great performer and Wilkinson is a great writer.
Yeah, great guys too.
They are great guys, and it's a lot of fun just to be named in that group of folks. Mm-hmm. It's an honor.
Well, I would love to. I'd love to hear another song. We're down to about 10 minutes left. I bet you can sneak two in there.
All right, let's sneak two. I mentioned the one that my friend Callie Gazaway wrote, and this is it. We actually just released a video of it. Round up the boys, collect him some bail. He's hurt and hung over in the Mobeedy jail. Tangled with a wrangler from the old Rafter G on account of him flirting with Lacey McGee. He's loco, weed crazy since he's been after her. Way past the point, should have hung up his spurs. Tougher than nails, but dumber than dirt. And he ain't got the good sense to quit when it hurts. Now Lacey's a looker with her flying blonde hair, chasing the barrels on that old chestnut mare. It's easy to see why he's sweet on her Jim, but she don't see nothing in him. He's loco, weed crazy since he's been after her. Way past the point, should have hung up his bird. Tougher than nails, but dumber than dirt. And he ain't got the good sense to quit when it hurts. If I live to 100, I'll never divine what's going on in a young cowboy's mind when he climbs on a bull for a dynamite dance, when he falls for a girl, when he don't stand a chance. Well, he's loco, weed crazy since he's been after her. Way past the point, should have hung up his bird. Tougher than nails, but dumber than dirt. And he ain't got the good sense to quit when it hurts. No, he ain't got the good sense to quit when it hurts.
Mr. Joel Alden White live in the studio at High Plains Public Radio's High Plains Morning. That's a good one. Why is dirt dumb? Do you ever wonder?
You know, I don't know. It just rolls off the tongue, dumber than dirt.
I mean, we really couldn't be alive without it. It's pretty important, you know. I had a friend who used to say, you know, dumb as a box of rocks, but then somebody pointed out that a box of rocks is actually useful. It can do things, it can hold things down, but then it changed to dumb as a box of hair. So now that's what we use.
Well, there you go. The thing is, it can't think for itself.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, we'd love to hear one more. We got about 6.5 minutes left. I want to remind everybody listening right now, this is Joel Olden-White. He is live in the studio with us. They got a show this Thursday night if you're in the Texas Panhandle or you're southern, you know, whatever, Southwest Kansas, if anywhere. Want to drive on down? Woody Guthrie Folk Music Center in Pampa, Texas hosts incredible shows. They've got one this Thursday night. It's going to be Joel Olden-White with Mike Fuller. Shows get started at 6 p.m., doors at 5:30. These are donation shows. Everyone is welcome. And if you want to see this, they're going to be streaming it online. They've got a buddy who's trying to get this thing going. So you can look at hppr.org's Facebook page. I put the link on there. Thanks to Bob Connor for trying to get some of this music shared across the High Plains. And just earmark that. Go to interested. It will keep showing up on your personal Facebook page if you do that. So check that out. All right, what are we going to hear to take us out?
Well, this is a new song that'll come out on my new album, early 2025. And it's a story about a young cowboy that went on a cattle drive to the north. And I suspect, like a lot of those boys, they got hung up in the north and couldn't get back home. So here it is. It's called Texas Lonesome. Well, I'm a Texas cowboy, came north on a drive, took up with a girl in town, near ate me alive. Boots there wearing thin, jacket's bout to fray. Winter's coming on, I've got no place to stay. My friend Charlie's about to head back home. I'd like to go south, so I asked him for a loan. Says, son, I can't spare none, my purse, it's thin. But if you're a hand, he heard there's work for Mr. Sin. Life is full of promises, most of them I can't keep. Ma always said, son, what you sow, surely what you reap. Ma always said, son, what you sow, surely what you reap. Now I'm punching cows for old man Sims. I work this camp they call the mountain pens. The work is good, the air is clear, it keeps me far from town, so I can save my pay and get back in the round. Life is full of promises, most of them I can't keep. I always said, son, what you sow, surely what you reap. Ma always said, son, what you sow, surely what you reap. Life is full of promises, most of them I can't keep. Ma always said, son, what you sow, surely what you reap. Ma always said, son, what you sow, surely what you reap. Well, I miss Texas, Ma and all my kin. I've never seen this much snow anywhere I've been. If I last the winter, there will come a day I'll make it home. Home is where I'll stay. If I last the winter, well, I'll go home someday. And if I make it home, I promise I will stay.